Today, going to the political part podcast, you have Vivek on California giving interest-free home loans to illegal aliens, while everyone else has like 7% rates. Fascinating how some people think this is good policy and it'll actually gain them votes. I mean, it will for some folks, but overall, I don't think a lot of people will perceive that as fair. Now, specifically, Vivek was responding to a video by Wall Street Silver, and Wall Street Silver says, quote, the Colorado, let's see here, California, so he looks at California and Colorado. Now, Wall Street Silver says, quote, Justin, the Colorado sanctuary city of Denver is asking residents to house illegals as shelters have become overcrowded with an influx of foreign invaders. Now they are asking rental property owners to specifically rent to illegal migrants. How fast Dems can ruin a perfectly good country, unquote. It looks like this is a 55-second clip that Vivek again responded to, and this got 3 million views from Wall Street. And we'll play it without further ado.
Well, this is another big story that we have been following, developing right now. The city of Denver announced that 4 shelters are being shut down for immigrants. And now city officials are apparently asking rental property owners to rent directly to...
It's fascinating, the framing of the situation as well. I mean, illegal immigration and immigration in general for decades has been one of the most polarizing subjects in politics. Now, in this case, they continue to use the word immigrant, which, again, that's been legal since the dawn of time in terms of legal immigration. That's what most countries want. Now, the big thing is that they're not talking about, like, they just said immigrant. Well, the thing that most people are concerned about in terms of resource allocation and actually planning, how much we have to adjust our taxes to actually account for all of the resources for all the people we need to serve. Well, if they're illegal, they're a lot harder to count, and your resource allocation that just becomes less problematic. And of course, in this clip, this news anchor just said immigrants, not illegal. Which again, immigrants are easy to track in terms of resource allocation, people going to the country, but nevertheless, back to the clip.
Yeah, certainly a controversial suggestion. Fox 31's Lisa D'Souza joins us now. They're asking owners to cap rent prices as well at about $2,000 a month. She joins us live with more on this request from the city. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, that is the latest from city officials that we have heard at this point. So we know just 2 months ago, it's estimated there were about 4,500 people staying in those migrant shelters. Now that number is believed to be less than 2,000. So a pretty big difference here in just a few months. Let's get into some of the latest details here. We spoke with Denver's Department of Housing about a recent email that actually went out to some rental property owners in Denver, specifically asking them to consider renting to immigrants.
Well, this is another...
Now, again, going back to Vivek responding to that clip and text from Wall Street Silver, Vivek says, quote, California wants to give illegal aliens interest-free for the first-time homeowner loans. Now Denver is asking rental property owners to specifically rent to illegal aliens, and all federal funding to sanctuary cities and states' taxpayers should not subsidize violating the law, unquote. Which... Again, while the average American is struggling to buy a house, especially first-time buy owners, I mean, look at the interest rates, like 6 to 7%. Imagine if it was at 0%. And you're paying 40% income tax, then maybe another 10% to your state, and paying another 10% in sales tax. And, then property tax, gasoline tax, alcohol tax, phone, internet, telecommunications tax, water tax. At what point do people, I was going to say if I had unlimited resources, it'd be great to have more funding and more make the Libertarian Party a little bit more realistic in terms of actually getting on a ballot and, making a dent in the universe, so to say. But at what point do people say they're going to vote differently? And at what point do they actually get rhinos out of office, pejoratively known as Republicans in name only, to actually vote for and actually follow through with traditional Republican ideals and conservative values? Now, going to the comments, this got pretty good for in terms of traction. Got 576,000 views and 16,000 likes. Now, Paul Zupa says, quote, Denver is asking rental property owners to rent to illegals for now. Soon, Denver will change their orders to an order. Just wait, they'll claim it's somehow related to the common good. These globalist leaders are trying to destroy our country, unquote, getting 107 likes. You have Anthony Hughes saying, quote, we shouldn't be helping anyone who entered the country illegally. You don't get the same benefits when you break the law, unquote, getting 78 likes. Mega Man says, quote, isn't giving illegals money illegally illegal, unquote? Grammatically, I think it's technically correct, but that sounded awkward. Nevertheless, it did get 37 likes. You have Alex Halsey Memes says, quote, rolling out the green carpet, and it is Biden and Kamala rolling out a wad of $100 bills, almost like a bridge for illegal immigrants to go from Mexico to U.S. They got 26 likes. America We Trust says, quote, everything we are witnessing is the result of a stolen election, and is a picture of Biden holding his hands, getting 855 likes. Let's see here. Nice Guy says, quote, the Supreme Court's decision on the injunction requiring Texas to give border access to federal authorities should be all the precedent we need to ban sanctuary cities status as a violation of federal primacy on immigration-related issues. We just have to do it. Unquote, getting 7 likes. Let's see here. Scrolling down more and more. Sony Bala says, quote, this is so crazy. Everything for the illegal immigrants and nothing but high taxes for citizens. Unquote, getting 9 likes. Let's see. Valerie G says, quote, I agree. End all the funding. Unquote, getting 2 likes. Glue 2001 says, quote, and the lenders getting bailed out by the taxpayers again when these homeowners default. Unquote, getting 2 likes. So again, overwhelming support for Vivek. And again, I think this will be one of the biggest, most popular and polarizing topics when it comes to the 2024 election and what Americans are going to vote with and what kind of topics are going to affect them. Because again, I think a lot of people are struggling just to make ends meet. A lot of people are being taxed to death between the state and the federal governments. And yet, people who are breaking the law are getting more benefits than people paying taxes. And again, it's one of those things where, I mean, I've yet to meet a single person who doesn't believe in legal immigration. I mean, shoot, that's how most of us got here. But it's one of those things where once you come here, you get on a pathway of profitability, you build up your career, you build up your skill set, and over time, or sometimes you just hit the ground running, you have a job where already you're paying your taxes, you're contributing to society, you're building a business, you're helping your neighbors, you're doing all those things. And again, we'd have to look into the statistics to be fascinating to see if you could track it. But again, most people who are here illegal do not pay an income tax. It's just one of those things where the U.S. is also $30+ trillion in debt. At what point is this going to come to a halt? I mean, as cliche as it might sound, something's got to change or something's got to give. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of this plays into the election. If you have Trump going up against Biden yet again. But let me know, do you think this could be a winning thing for Trump this year? Or do you think it might be detrimental to his campaign to kind of lean into this? Or, as always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, take the time to give me a like or thumbs up or thumbs down. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, as well as sharing the video to help the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.